Now, just before we go, I'm joined now by Deacy, head of a brand new episode of Kent Film Club, set to premiere after the break. Well, thank you for joining us. Before we talk about what's to come in the show tonight, wanted to talk to you about a new film that's coming out. It premiered last night, in fact, all about that infamous Prince Andrew interview that we all know. It was on Newsnight, done by Emily Maitlis. We can see sort of a trailer of it up on the screen now. It's about kind of how they organised that interview and things like that. You're going to be watching that?
I certainly will, because I saw at least bits of the original interview and I watched it again last week. I was absolutely bowled over at how much Rufus Sewell and Gillian Anderson look like the people that they're playing. That was absolutely extraordinary. And what a story, so timely as well.
Exactly. Well, that leads me on to my next question. It's a big part of the film, why it's gained so much attention, is because the actors look like the real life people. We can take a look now. So this is Emily Maitlis on the left, Gillian Anderson on the right. Uncanny, I think.
That is really, I had to look twice, actually.
I know. And then we've got Rufus Sewell playing Prince Andrew, who we can see on the right. So they've cast them quite well, haven't they? So who would you choose to play in a film of your life?
OK, if it was me, well, of course, I was asked by Gabriel this very question about, allegedly, I look like one of the James Bonds, who's also from Wales, North Wales, in his case, Timothy Dalton.
There you go.
Robert De Niro, now that would be something else.
That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Brilliant.
What about you? I've got to ask you, who would play you?
One of my favourite actors is Kate Winslet, because I think she's great. She might have to dye her hair, though, to look more similar, but I think she's a great actress. So now, tell me what's coming up in Kent Film Club this evening.
So we have Sam Graham, who, like last week's guest, Jack, is a screenwriting student. And, well, actually, there's a Scorsese in there. So I mentioned Robert De Niro. There's a definite swerve in that direction. And it's Goodfellas. I think only the second Scorsese film that's been picked. And In Bruges is one of his other choices.
Oh, that's a good one. And I wanted to ask you as well, now we're going into Easter, are there any sort of Easter films or some religious films that you would kind of recommend at this sort of time of year?
Well, they would always show, often on ITV, you'd see one of the biblical epics showing, and they're often very long, so like King of Kings, Greatest Story Ever Told. I do show them with my students, but no one ever watches all of them, all 3 hours. But often it's Good Friday tomorrow, so people might be watching that. Or, of course, there's Easter Parade in a completely different genre with Judy Garland.
What's that one about?
So that's more of a musical. Yes, yeah, exactly, but nothing to do with the Jesus story. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Great. Well, thank you so much. Got many plans for the Easter break for yourself, watching films, maybe?
I will be, and I actually saw Mother's Instinct not too many hours ago, shall we say, getting my research in.
Is it good?
It is really good.
Would
good
you
thriller.
recommend
It might be a good 90s thriller. And off to Cardiff tomorrow.
Oh, perfect. Well, enjoy your Easter break, Chris. Lovely to see you, and we'll see you after the Easter.